The State of the Union. It's a neat thing. I've been to 17 of them. Mike and Burgess have been to several. Brian's been there some with President Trump. Next year he'll be there as a member of Congress listening to President Trump. But it's a big production. It's a good thing. You got the House, you got the Senate, you got the Supreme Court down in front, you got all the lights, the camera, you got the dignitaries, the diplomats, the press, and it's a big thing, and they announced the president. It's a big thing. And so, like I said, I go to every one. If you remember the one a year and a half ago, President Biden gives his speech, and it was a typical Joe Biden speech. It was pretty bad, right? Not as bad as this one. This past year, by the way, the State of the Union gave this year. First thing he talks about is Ukraine. It's our State of the Union. First thing he talks about is a foreign country, which is crazy enough. And then later in the speech, he said one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. About 2/3 of the way through the speech, he says, we're going to put a temporary port in Gaza to give supplies to the people in Gaza. And I'm sitting beside a colleague of mine, a West Point grad, and I kind of elbowed my buddy and I said, Warren, isn't it kind of warfare 101? If you want one side to win, you shouldn't give supplies to the other. I mean, think about how stupid that is. And of course, you saw the pier kind of fell into the Mediterranean. They got to spend another $200 million to put it back. And this is crazy. I want Israel to win. I don't know about you guys. Joe Biden gave his speech, like I said, it's pretty bad. And then the response was given by Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Yeah. I thought she knocked it out of the park. And I tell people that is not easy to do because, like I said, the president's in the chamber with all the lights, the camera, the crowd. When you're given the response, you're in a room talking to a camera. And she was tremendous. But her best line, in my judgment, her best line in that speech was when she said, the divide in America today is normal versus crazy. And that is so true. And that's literally, that is what this election is about. It is about stopping the craziness. I mean, think about it. Amen. Think about all the crazy things that not all Democrats are crazy, but the left that now controls that party is in fact crazy. That's right. So, it is crazy to defund the police. It is crazy not to have a border. It is crazy to think, as Brian talked about, it's crazy to think non-citizens should be able to vote in American elections. It is crazy to think boys should compete against girls in sports. I'm just a country boy from Western Ohio, but I kind of think boys should compete against boys, girls. Man, just how we've always done it. You know, the left always says, oh, you Republicans are engaged in the culture wars. No, we're not. We're just for normal, right? We're just for normal. Here's one. Think about this one. It is crazy to let a Chinese spy balloon. And the key words in that phrase are Chinese and spy, right? It is crazy to let a Chinese spy balloon fly clear across the country and then shoot it down. My guess is good folks in Georgia say, I probably shot it down before it went across the country. Right? I know Brian would have, right? I know Trump would have, right? I mean, this is what we're up against today. So I mostly just came to say thank you. I learned a long time ago. Good things in life don't just happen. If you want to accomplish anything that matters, anything of meaning, significance, lasting value, it takes time, it takes work, it takes effort, it takes sacrifice. Most importantly, it takes a willingness to assume the risk associated with trying to do something worthwhile. Because when you commit to a worthy objective and goal, there's always the risk you might fail. When you get involved in politics today, there's the definite risk you're going to get attacked. Not just guys on the ballot, but people who get involved. We had folks do a fundraiser for us conservative 2 years ago out in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. They own the ski lift out there. Did a nice fundraiser for us. Patagonia said, we're no longer going to supply your store because you're helping those conservative Republicans, that Jordan guy, right? This is what, you all know it, but you're willing to get involved because it's worth it. The values that make our country the greatest nation ever are worth fighting for. So thank you for taking the risk and getting in the game. It's so darn important. Second, thank you for helping a good guy, Brian Jack, go to the United States Congress. There are people in politics you wish weren't, right? We call them Democrats. But then there are people like Brian, who you are glad is getting in public service, who's been in public service, who served the president, has the right values, the right attitude, the right work ethic. Frankly, he's smart. Never hurts to have smart people in charge, right? And most importantly, I tell this to people all the time, we make this job way too complicated. member, we make it way too complex. Pretty darn easy. What'd you tell the voters you were going to do when you ran for the job? If they elect you, go do what you said. Brian Jack will do that.